Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is the Terminator, and today I'll be looking once again at World of Warships. So today I will be looking at the brand new German battleship, the Tier 4 Kaiser. So I'm going to go over her history. So the SMS Kaiser was the lead ship of the Kaiser class of battleships of the Imperial German Navy. Kaiser was built by the Imperial Dockyards at Kiel and launched on the 22nd of March 1911 and was commissioned into the Imperial German Navy on August 1st, 1912. The ship was equipped with 10 30.5 centimeters or 12-inch guns in 5 twin turrets, had a top speed of 23.4 knots. During World War I, Kaiser was assigned to the number 3 squad of the High Seas Fleet for the majority of the war. In 1913, Kaiser and her sister Koning and Albert conducted a cruise to South Africa and South America. The ship participated in most of the major fleet operations during the war. She fought at the Battle of Jutland from the 31st of May to the 1st of June of 1916. She was hit once and suffered negligible damage. She was also present during the Operation Albion in the Baltic Sea in September and October of 1917 and at the Second Battle of the Heligo Bight in November 1917. I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. During peace negotiations after the end of World War I in 1918, she was interned with the other ships of the High Seas Fleet at the British port of Scapa Flow. On the 21st of June 1919, the commander of the interned fleet, Rear Admiral Ludwig von Reuter, ordered the fleet to be scuttled to ensure that the British would not be able to seize the ships. The wreck was subsequently raised in 1929 and broken up in Rosyth. I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. In 1930. After joining service history, this is her service history. After joining the active fleet in December 1912, Kaiser was stationed in Kiel. Then the ship conducted individual training. In February of 1913, she was transferred to Wilhelmshaven along with her sister ship, Friedrich der Grosse. She then took part in several training exercises with the rest of the High Seas Fleet. These included maneuvers in the North Sea in March and April, artillery drills in the Baltic at the end of the month, and further fleet maneuvers in May. In June, Kaiser took part in the Kiel Week Regatta. Kaiser William II and Italian King Victor Emmanuel III inspected the ship. The annual summer cruise to Norway was conducted in July and August, followed by immediately autumn maneuvers in August and September. In September of 1913, Captain Aldif von Trotha, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm so sorry. Even though I am mostly German, I cannot pronounce these names for my life, became the ship's commanding officer at a post he held until early 1916. I'm getting all this information from Wikipedia, so courtesy to them for this article. I will be putting pictures of the ship in this video in kind of a slideshow while I'm explaining. Kaiser was selected to participate in a long-distance cruise to test the new reliability of the new turbine propulsion system. The ship was joined by her sister Koning Albert and the light cruiser Strasbourg in a special detached division. The trio departed Germany on the 9th of December 1913 and proceeded to the German colonies in Western Africa. The ships visited Lome in Togoland, Dala and Victoria in Cameroon, and Swakopmund in German Southwest Africa. From Africa, the ship sailed to St. Helena and then to Rio de Janeiro, arriving on the 15th of February in 1914. Strasbourg was detached to visit Buenos Aires, Argentina, before returning to meet the two battleships in Montevideo, Uruguay, I guess. The three ships sailed north around Cape Horn and then north to Valparaiso, Chile, arriving on the 2nd of April and remaining there for over a week. On 11th of April, the ships departed Valparaiso for the long trip back to Germany. On the return trip, the ships visited several more ports, including Bahia Blanca, Argentina, before returning to Rio. Retiring back to Rio. On the 16th of May, the ships left Rio for the Atlantic leg of the journey, then stopped in Cape Verde and Vigo, Spain, while en route to Germany. Kaiser, Koning Albert, and Strasbourg arrived in Kiel on the 17th of June 1914. In the course of the voyage, the ships traveled some 20,000 nautical miles, which is 23,000 miles. A week later, on June 24th, the detached division was dissolved and Kaiser returned to the 3rd Squadron. Kaiser participated in squadron exercises during July. Kaiser joined the High Seas Fleet for its annual summer cruise to Norway in July of 1914. About 2 weeks after the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry if I pronounce these names wrong. If you're German and you're watching this video, please tell me how to pronounce it. Hopefully in English. As a result of rising international tensions, the cruise was cut short and the German fleet was back in Wilhelmshaven by the 29th of July. At midnight on August the 4th, the United Kingdom declared war on Germany. The High Seas Fleet, including Kaiser, conducted a number of sweeps and advances in the North Sea. The first occurred on the 2nd and 3rd of November 1914, though no British forces were encountered. Admiral Frederick von Egenhol, I'm so sorry if I screw these up. The commander of the High Seas Fleet adopted a strategy in which the battle cruisers of Rear Admiral Franz von Hipper's No. 1 scouting group raided the British coastal towns to lure out the portions of the Grand Fleet where they could be destroyed by the High Seas Fleet. The raid on Scarborough and Hartlepool and Whitby on the 15th and 16th of December of 1914 was the first such operation. On the evening of December 15th, the German battle fleet and some 12 dreadnoughts, including Kaiser and her 4 sisters, and 8 pre-dreadnoughts, came to within 10 nautical miles of an isolated squadron of 6 British battleships. However, skirmishes between the rival destroyer screens in the darkness convinced von Egenal that he was faced with the entire Grand Fleet. Under orders from Kaiser William II to avoid risking the fleet unnecessary, von Egenal broke off the engagement and turned the battle fleet back towards Germany. Following the loss of the SMS Blücher at the Battle of Dogger Bank in January of 1915, the Kaiser removed Admiral von Egenal from his post on the 2nd of February. Admiral Hugo von Pfuhl replaced him as the commander of the fleet. The admiral conducted a series of fleets advances in 1915 in which Kaiser took part in the first one on the 29th and 30th of March. The fleet steamed out to the north of Tirschelling and returned without incident. Another followed on the 17th and 18th of April, where Kaiser and the rest of the fleet covered a mining operation by the 2nd Scouting Group. 3 days later, on the 21st and 22nd of April, the High Seas Fleet advanced towards the Dogger Bank, though again failed to meet any British forces. Kaiser was docked in Kiel for periodic maintenance during the operation on the 17th and 18th of May, but she was back with the fleet for the Sorrento on the 29th and 30th of May, or the 30th of May, during which the fleet advanced as far as Schiermonnikoog before forced to turn back due to bad weather. Okay, I lost my place because my division is going to battle. Alright, anyways, on the 10th of August, the fleet steamed north to the Helgoland to cover the return of the auxiliary cruiser Meteor. A month later, on the 11th and 12th of September, the fleet covered another mine-laying option off Swarty Bank. The last operation of the year conducted on the 23rd and 24th of October and was an advance without result in direction of Horns Reef. On the 12th of January 1916, Admiral Richard Scheer replaced von Pfuhl as the fleet commander. Kaiser was present during the fleet advance on the 5th and 7th of March. 5th through the 7th of March. Though this too ended without action. While in port in Kiel, the old pre-dreadnought Hanover actually collided with the Kaiser. Though neither ship was severely damaged, Scheer continued a series of fleet operations practiced by his predecessors. The fleet conducted sweeps of the North Sea on the 22nd of March, the 2nd and 3rd of April, and the 21st and 22nd of April. The battle cruisers conducted another raid on the English coast from the 24th and 25th of April, during which Kaiser and the rest of the fleet provided distant support. Scheer planned another raid in mid-May, but the battle cruiser Seeldiltz had struck a mine during the previous raid, and repair work forced the operation to be pushed back until the end of the month. The Battle of Jutland. Almost immediately after the Lowestoft raid, Admiral Scheer began planning another foray into the North Sea. He initially intended to launch the operation in mid-May, but the mine damage to Seelz was scheduled and to be repaired. Scheer was unwillingly to embark on a major raid without his battlecruisers force at full strength. However, on May 9th, several battleships developed problems with their engines, which further delayed the operation to the 23rd of May. On the 22nd of May, Seelz was still not fully repaired, and the operation was again postponed, this time to the 29th. At noon on 29th of May, the repairs were finally completed, and the ship returned to the No. 1 scouting group. The plan called for Hipper's battlecruisers to steam north to the Skagerrak, with the intention of luring out a portion of the British fleet so it could not be destroyed by Scheer's waiting battleships. Kaiser and the rest of the 3rd Battle Squadron were under the leading of the High Seas Fleet. The 4 Koning-class battleships led the line. The Kaiser, the flagship of Konteradmiral H. Nordmann, was directly astern of the 4 Konings. The No. 1 Battle Squadron composed 8 of the 8 Helgoland and Nassau class battleships followed the 3rd Squadron, with 6 elderly pre-dreadnoughts of the 2nd Battle Squadron bringing the rear. Hipper's first battlecruisers left Jade Estuary at 2 a.m. on the 31st of May. Scheer was with the High Seas Fleet, followed an hour half later. Shortly after 1600, the battle cruisers of the 1st Scouting Group encountered the Royal Navy's 1st battlecruiser squadron under the command of David Beatty. The opposing ship began an artillery duel that saw the destruction of the Indefatigable shortly after 1700, and Queen Mary less than half an hour later. By this time, the German battlecruisers were steaming south in order to draw the British ships towards the main body of the High Seas Fleet. At 1730, Koning's crew spotted both the 1st Scouting Group and the 1st battlecruiser and Britain's 1st battlecruiser squadron approaching. The German battlecruiser was steaming to starboard, while the British ships steamed to port. At 1745, Scheer opened a 2-point turn to port to bring his ships closer to the British battlecruisers, and a minute later, the order was given to open fire. Between 1748 and 1752, Kaiser, Kronprinz Frederick de Gross, and all 8 battleships of the No. 1 Squadron opened fire on several ships of the 2nd Light Cruiser Squadron. Kaiser, Ostfriesland, and Nassau engaged the HMS Southampton, though only Nassau scored a hit on the cruiser. In the span of 8 minutes, Kaiser fired 11 salvos at the Southampton without success. The 2nd Light Cruiser Squadron then moved back out of range, having largely escaped unscathed. At 1758, Scheer ordered his fleet to maximum speed. The greater speed of the Konings caused the distance between Kaiser and Koning to rapidly increase. At 1805, the Southampton again came into range. Kaiser opened fire. Kaiser fired 4 salvos at a range of 13,000 yards, though again without scoring any hits. After 3 minutes of firing, Kaiser's guns again fell silent. Starting at 1810, Kaiser began to fire on the 5th Battleship Squadron, Malaya. In the span of 25 minutes, Kaiser fired 27 salvos at an average range of 18,900 yards. The The British destroyers HMS Norster and the HMS Nomad, which had been disabled by an earlier engagement, lay directly in the path of the High Seas Fleet. Shortly after 1830, Kaiser and her three sisters opened up on the Nomad with their secondaries. The hail of 15-centimeter shells smothered the ship. A fire was started, and one shell detonated the ship's forward ammunition magazine. Nomad sank stern first at 1830. Nestor was meanwhile destroyed by the battleships of the First Squadron. Shortly after 1910, the German cruiser Wiesbaden had become disabled by the shell from the British battlecruiser HMS Invincible. Rear Admiral Benke and the Koning attempted to maneuver the third Squadron to cover the stricken vessel. Simultaneously, the British 3rd and 4th Light Cruiser Squadrons began a torpedo attack on the German line. While advancing to torpedo range, they smothered the Wiesbaden with fire from their main guns. The 8 Squadron battleships fired on the British cruisers, but even sustained fire from their battleships' main guns failed to drive off the British cruisers. The armored cruisers HMS Defense, Warrior, and Black Prince joined the battle on the crippled Wiesbaden. Between 1914 and 1917, the Kaiser and several other battleships opened fire on the HMS Defense and Warrior. Defense was struck by several heavy caliber shells from the German dreadnoughts. One salvo penetrated the ammunition magazines in a massive explosion destroyed the ship. As Warrior limped away to the west, the Queen Elizabeth-class battleships of the 5th Battle Squadron joined the Grand Fleet as it entered the battle. However, HMS Warspite was forced to haul out of the line to the south towards the oncoming German fleet. Warspite came under intense fire from the approaching German warships. Kaiser scored a hit on the Warspite that damaged her steering gear and forced her to steam in a circle out of control. After completing 2 force circles, sustaining 13 heavy hits, Warspite came back under control and rejoined the squadron. However, by 8 p.m. that night, the steering gear had failed again, so the ship was forced to withdraw from the engagement. By 8:15, the German had faced the Grand Fleet for a second time and was forced to turn away. In doing so, the order of the German line was reversed. Kaiser was now the 5th ship from the rear of the German line, ahead of only the 4 Koenig-class battleships. Kaiser was hit twice in quick succession by heavy caliber shells, and 3 minutes at 20:23 and 3 minutes afterwards. The commented point-capped shells came out from the 12-inch guns of the Agincourt. One shell penetrated the upper deck and landed into a hammock stowage compartment below the number 7 castmate. The shell failed to explode, instead broke up on impact, starting a small fire that was quickly extinguished. Another shell probably exploded outside the vessel. Shortly after 9:30 p.m., Kaiser, Prince Regent, Littlepud, and Markgraf spotted British light cruisers approaching, a British light force approaching. The German ships opened fire at a range of approximately 8,000 yards with both of their main and secondary armaments. The light cruiser HMS Calliope was badly damaged, which forced the British vessels to withdraw. By 11:30, the German fleet reorganized in the night cruising formation. Kaiser was the 12th ship in the center of the 24th ship line. Man, this list is so long. Alright, guys, this is really long, so I will leave a link to the Wikipedia page about the entire history of the Kaiser. So, this is her construction history. Her name, Kaiser, laid down in December of 1909, launched on the 22nd of March in 1911, commissioned on the 1st of August 1912. Her fate, scuttled at Scapa Flow on the 21st of June 1919, raised and broken up in 1930. Displacement, designed 24,724 tons. Oops, hold on, my screen just went black. Alright, maximum tons, 27,000 tons. Length, 565 feet, 7 inches. Her beam, 95 feet, 2 inches. Draft, 29 feet, 10 inches. Propulsion, 3 shaft Parson turbines with a total of 26,617 indicated horsepower. Speed, 23.4 knots. Range, cruising range, 79,900 nautical miles, 7,900 nautical miles at 12 knots. Crew, 41 officers, 1,043 enlisted. Armament, 10 12-inch guns, 14 15 9-point-inch secondary guns, and 12 3.5-inch secondary weapons. 5 20-inch torpedo tubes. Her armor, main belt, 14 inches. Conning tower, 16 inches. And her turrets, 12 inches. Now, how does this ship play in the game? Well, her stats are pretty impressive. Yes. All right. Oh, rip. Well, I'm in the Kaiser, the SMS Kaiser.
Oh, by the way,
Rip. Oh my God, there's so much echo on your mic, Greedo. Jeez.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, Greedo, fix your mic, please.
Cameron talks too loud.
Yes, please just turn down your mic so we don't hear the echo. No.
Okay, I put my push to talk on now.
All right.
You guys are desperate. Okay, be right back.
Rip. Okay. Rip. All right.
Go to tier 3.
Yeah, Greedo, do you have a tier 3?
No.
Damn
I'm
it.
actually buying this Chikuma B hull so I can get the 10 root.
No, just research the Tenryu and then we can play. Here, I might as...
I can't. I need to buy something.
Okay.
I'm trying to buy something, but
You don't...
already does. Wait, no, I need to be not ready. Be right back.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, I'm gonna do something really quick, so I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm just gonna mute my sound. Anyway, guys, so on the A hull, on the stock hull, she has anyways, guys, on the stock hull, she has on the stock hull, she has 39,900 hit points. Her armor, she has 440 to 265 millimeters covering the citadel. Her forward and aft ends, 19 to 180 millimeters, depending on how you angle the armor. Gun castmates, 170 to 350 millimeters. The armor deck, 19 to 60 millimeters of armor. Her artillery is quite impressive with a 70 rating for tier 4. Her main battery, 305 L/50D RH LC 1909 guns. Reload time 26 seconds. 180 degree turn time 53.7 seconds with the commander's skill expert marksman. Maximum dispersion 209 millimeters. HE shell 305 millimeter SPRGRL/3.8 BDZ. Maximum HE shell damage 3400. Chance of fire 22%. Armor piercing shell 305 PCGR/L 3.4. Maximum armor piercing shell damage 8300. Firing range 14.6 kilometers with the upgraded fire control systems. Initial AP shell velocity 855 meters per second. HE velocity 850 meters per second. Now with the B hull, your hit points go up to 46,400. Her artillery, the maximum HE shell damage goes up 100. A 1% increase to chance of fire. Maximum AP shell damage increases by 100. The AP shell velocity decreases by 5 meters per second, and the HE shell is increased to 855. Her AA defense, she is bolstered. She is equipped with 17 single barrel 20mm flak 38 anti-aircraft guns, 5 double 37mm flak Zwilling 30mm guns, and 4 double 88mm LZ6 DOP L C32 guns. They are also secondaries. Her rudder shift time is decreased by 5.3 seconds to 13 seconds. So for my commander skills, I have expert loader, basic firing training, basics of survivability, expert marksman, and the ones I would recommend getting is probably not survivability expert, probably last stand. Actually, no, superintendent, vigilance, advanced firing training, and manual fire for your secondary armament, and manual fire for your AA armament. Those are the ones I would recommend. Anyways, so now I really hope this doesn't take up too much of my drive. Hold on, let me see how full it is at the moment. Computer 168 gigabytes. Okay, so it's not doing too bad. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys this one match because if it takes up another 18 gigabytes, then my hard drive will start lagging to hell. But yeah, hopefully my guys will get back and we can come back. So actually I'm going to pause the video. I'm actually going to stop the recording and I'll be back as soon as my division mates. And we're back, guys. So, one of our guys in our division is AFK, and I guess we'll just chill out until he comes back. And he left the division. You kicked him? Why'd you kick him from the division? Cameron, you kicked him from the division. That's true. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna show this battle.
User joined your channel.
I'd just like to inform everybody, what's going on with the server is, the host is being DDoSed. So,
DDoSed? What?
yeah,
What does that mean?
it's being DDoSed.
Tell me what that means, Axton. I'm confused.
The person is being hacked.
Denial of service.
Oh, rip service. Rip.
The server's not gonna be up until the host gets their stuff back.
Oh, man.
Which might not be until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Attacks in Dallas caused an attack in Dallas. We're seeing a large number of DDoS attacks in Dallas.
Oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure it was
Against
that
many different
crosshair guy.
customers, the attacker seems to be hitting IP addresses indiscriminately.
I think it was that
Okay.
guy that hacked Crosshair's
Vegetate
account.
these attacks
Maybe.
when an attack occurs, and until the target is rebooted. Clients accessing your service in Dallas will notice packet loss. Update 5:04 p.m. Central Time, whatever CET, whatever the fuck that means. The attacks are continued, and all of them have been large enough that Internap's network has been taken down in Dallas.
Uh-oh.
Working with Internap to try to get upstream filters applied.
Okay.
So yeah, they're being DDoS pretty hard.
Rip.
I believe it was that guy that hacked Crosshair.
Now
Yeah,
you
same.
hacker then.
Internap
He's an internapper.
Sorry, I'm like cut out. What did you say?
Oh, my God.
Hey, I'm versing some cruisers alone with no one
Good job, Greedo. You're dumb.
except myself.
Good job. You're stupid.
Me, myself, and
You're
I.
doing PT when the server gets back up.
Actually, sir, I'm a higher rank than you.
I can still host PT for any ranks except colonel and
Colonel? What the hell's a colonel?
Okay, I don't know.
Dude, I love you can order the feature on. You can go to option. Yeah, I guess you can enable the feature where it allows you to have your like whatever ship you're playing in, what country, it'll say stuff in that language. Like in Japanese, you can hear it in Japanese. In German, you can hear it in German. I like that. Okay, I think that's the. What?
Have any aircraft carriers with you?
No.
Okay, so battleship. I'm gonna use a HE, right? Am I right?
Yes. Start spamming him with HE. Your goal is to kill him through damage of fire.
Oh, fire damage?
Yes.
I can do that.
S-
I'm hot.
Prove it.
What's your speed right now?
23 knots. Actually, no.
Over 9,000.
No. That would be a ship traveling in hyperspace. Cough, cough, our Venator. I'm just kidding. It can only go 1,000 miles an hour in hyperspace. In hypern. Hypern. Hyper. Yeah. Oh no, Unraveled. You have your armor too well angled for me. I'm just kidding. It's just a. No. You see the Phoenix over there? He's. Oh, 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 oh! Look at that broadside. Look at that. Well, would you look at that?
Cover.
Dude, I'm about to instant delete this kid. Oh, never mind. He's behind the thing.
Full volley going towards someone.
Nice.
And they just got set on fire.
Rip.
I believe might hit behind. Yeah, it could.
Hold on. I'm gonna slow down so I can hit this Phoenix.
Ooh, that's a big volley.
Oh, he's gonna hit by the torpedo, I think.
Shot hit.
No! Dude, the German guns are so inaccurate on these German battleships. You have to get an aiming modification for them. The dispersion, which is the distance between shells, is so bad. Oh, rip Phoenix. I'm gonna wait for that Kaiser to angle his arm, give me a broadside. Ooh, it was a Nassau. Well, at least give me a full broadside, so I might as well shoot at him. Come on, guns. Ah, 2,100 damage. That's it? You serious? Man, no, it's not for battle. Dude, these APE shells could do a max of 8,000 damage, and I've done citadels where I've gotten 10k damage on a Kaiser. I've done 10,000 damage to another Kaiser. And he's not paying attention to me. But he is angling his armor against me, so I can't hit him. But I can hit the other one. Enemy destroyer. Okay, let me prioritize my... Oh, 5,400 damage on the Kaiser.
And I just incapacitated someone's guns.
Oh, good job.
What's the range of my torpedoes? 5.5. Ouch.
You won't be able to torpedo Isokazu. He'll be long gone before you can try to torpedo him. Same with that Dursky. Wait, a Dursky? Oh shit, they're gunboats. American and Soviet destroyers are gunboats. That's basically, Greedo, what that means. Gunboat means that their torpedoes are absolute trash, but their guns are really good.
No, that's not bad. Right? Never mind.
Well, gunboats, like American destroyers, you shoot more than you fire torpedoes. Your torpedoes are like your last line of defense. Or attack. I don't know how to call it. Oh my turret's reverse speed is so slow because I don't have my commander skill mastered. It's only at 50%.
So right, I'm only attacking this cruiser with AP. I mean,
Yeah, you can shoot it with AP or HE. It doesn't matter. I mean, I prefer.
rounded to a mountain.
Oh, good for him.
And I just got extreme heavy fire
Nice.
on me.
Oh, rip. All right, I'm gonna retire because I'm outnumbered here, badly too.
Does it matter? Why would you retire?
In nautical terms, retire means return to port or return to a safe distance.
Oh.
That's what retire means in nautical terms.
Okay, there's a destroyer.
Shoot at him with HE.
Dude, you got battles up on your left.
He moves so fast.
Yeah, destroyers are really fast. That's the whole point. They're fast warships that do devastating damage. That's what they were designed for. Oh, look at that Nassau. He's trying to rotate his guns. Lol. Well, he's an open target, and I've nothing really much to shoot at, except his armor's well angled against my own. Alright. Yeah, but the Nassau, guys, has really good armor for Tier 3. It's got 11-inch guns, which is the same as on the Scharnhorst class battleships. Specifically, the Scharnhorst. The Gneisenau, apparently, when you go to the display on its actual tech tree page, it displays it as 15-inch guns or 380 millimeters, but historically it's 11 inches. So technically they were heavy cruisers. Kim Jong, calm down. Bruh.
I'm trying to kill this one guy forever, and this guy's going to steal my kill.
So what?
And if he does,
You're gonna kill him?
yes, I'm gonna kill him.
If they added a feature in one of the last patches, I think it was 0.5.9, that if you shoot, the damage you put out to an ally, if you're a team killer, now gets reflected on you. So if you torpedo him and you're on low health, then you basically die.
Oh, that's what happened on Steel Ocean. Steel Ocean, if you shoot at your own teammate, then you'd be the one taking damage.
Yeah, that's the same thing here. Wow, one shell broke before it penetrated the armor. Rip me. And there's an enemy destroyer. That Isokazi.
There's only one battleship left.
Alright, well I'm ditching C. I'm gonna go somewhere else. There's an enemy Wyoming. I'm gonna head there.
Stay back during battles.
Well, that Isokazi's dead.
What level tiers are you guys playing?
4.
Oh, I almost have a level 3, so maybe I can get into your games.
Yeah, you can. Because the divisions, now your ships can only be separated by 1 tier, not 2 tiers.
Yeah.
That's why you don't see, like, in some tier 10 matches, though extremely rare, you would see like a USS Albany, which is a premium tier 2 American cruiser, and I would just nuke it.
You know what's terrifying to me?
What?
When there are like 500 torpedoes going after one guy.
Oh yeah. That equals Japanese destroyers, mate. Because Japanese destroyers are torpedo boats. American destroyers and Russian destroyers, they're all gunboats. They carry big guns. Unlike the Japanese destroyers, where their guns are absolute shit, but they have good torpedoes.
Yeah, I'm fighting for the Japanese right now.
Oh yeah, Japanese cruisers are really good, but they have no armor. So you gotta make sure that you're not giving your broadside, which is you're full on against someone else. Like your side is completely exposed.
Because he's racist.
Wow. Rude.
Fine.
Why the hell is B contested?
You wanted me to
I don't
become
know.
a Japanese because you didn't have like anything for the Japanese and I was just starting out.
Rip. Yeah, guys, but I apologize.
You said jump.
I'm trying to listen, Greedo, I'm trying to record a YouTube video here. Like, shut up for 1 minute. Please. Okay, thank God. Alright, but anyway, so there's just so much on this Kaiser service history that I'll just leave a link to the Wikipedia page so you guys can read it up for yourselves. I gave it through the Battle of Jutland, so you continue reading after the Battle of Jutland. I decided not to read her construction history because construction's pretty boring topic to discuss. But okay, I'm done for now. And then after this battle, guys, I'm gonna end the video here. Oh, guys, and I came up with an amazing idea that I could. So when I'm in the intro, when I'm explaining all the ships, I'm just gonna do like a cinematic slideshow of like all the what's it called? Of all like the Kaiser itself and the actual and like specific ships it ran into during its service history that I read. And I think that would be pretty cool.
One thing I just noticed at the back left.
Oh, hey, look, there's the Miyogi. I'm going to try to blow him up.
Hey, one thing I did notice is at the back left, it has an equals sign in between with like a circle at the bottom.
I'm still not detected. And my detectability is 14.6. Oh, there we go. Alright, I'm going to wait until I can get broadside on with him. Because there's an island right in front of me, so I'm just going to sail straight at him like a badass. Dun 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 dun. I don't care. My armor's angled against him. Oh, he's firing HE. Oh, ew, what a nerd. He did 2,600 damage. With AP, he could probably do like 5,000 damage to me. What a nerd. Is he recovering health? No, not anymore. He's at 10k. I could easily blow him up. If I hit it just right, I could get him with one salvo. Alright, is he... Oh, he's angled pretty well against me. Not for long. Bye-bye. Have a fun time. Oh, 3k damage. Alright, that Phoenix, he's no concern to me yet. I'm gonna blow him up later.
By the way,
Oh, now he's a threat. He set a fire on me, but it's only one fire. I'm not gonna pull my I'm not gonna order my fire crews to move their asses and get this fire under control. Alright, bye-bye. Hopefully. There we go.
next round you're gonna have it.
Alright, last ship. Oh, that Phoenix is sailing broadside on. What an idiot. You never sail broadside on in a Phoenix. And I'm about to Citadel. Let's go. Citadel City for days. Oh, I might have angled too far. Oh, no, never mind. 1,500? That's it? I just knocked out his his boiler rooms? That's stupid. Alright, I'm going to use my damage control ability. I have no idea why, but I'm going to use it.
Well, he does have
He's completely exposed. He's broadside on with me. He has no clue what's about to happen to him. Because it's going to be this. Merry Christmas. R-E-K-T. Yep. Wrecked. Alright. 43,937 damage, 31 targets hit, 1 incapacitation, 3 ships sunk, 2 citadels, 1 defended cap, 1 captured. Alright, here, I'm going to show my detailed stats, credits and XP. That's that. Team score. Well, I got 3rd place in terms of XP, so GG. Alright, that's all for this time. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please comment and subscribe. And don't forget to share the video with your friends. We're approaching 50 subscribers, only 3 away, so be sure to subscribe. And until next time, guys.